Hi Hilltopians, to another episode of Hilltopia. Welcome to Hilltop Farms again. This is, again, we waited too long. We are again in the fall season already as leaves fall around us, which means I have not had a chance to really, well, I've basically failed to give you an update. But at least we'll get a document of what happened this year. As you see, Michelle's plan is kind of coming in, although we do have some challenges we're working with. Things are filling in. We'll probably have to move some things. We'll have the rock roses growing really well. The Gunnera did a great job this year. Next year we'll get even bigger. I'm really happy with the geranium that's happening over here. The Persicaria come back. We even had the little Shisu come back. The Shisu basil come back. That just seeded. Unfortunately, our ambition to do maybe a more Mediterranean garden over here has kind of suffered somewhat. I think because this birch has grown up so fast and so quickly, what we're probably dealing with here is more of a woodland environment, so there will probably be some changes. But I do like what's happening here. And Michelle, she finally got her tall verbena, which is doing wonderfully well, although it's mildewing now, it's late in the season. It is spread about in a wonderful way. There are seedlings all over here which we can actually transplant. And that's basically just what's happened in the front yard. What we really focused on this year was making a small space that was a disaster zone into something different. And we'll get to that eventually. In years past, this has kind of been the area that we've kind of focused on. And if you didn't know what this is a pheasant berry. I think I've shown you in past episodes what that is and so forth. And it's beautiful, I love it. This one's self-seeded here, and unfortunately, it's probably going to have to go. Obviously, it's in the way, and I hate removing something like this. One of the thrilling things this year, I don't know if you guys remember, we planted a banana plant a couple years back, and I thought it was dead. But lo and behold, it survived. And I'm pretty excited about this. Hopefully this will survive another year. So this is the third year. Not very big, not very impressive, but as it establishes, I hope it will get even better. Unfortunately this year, last year's plant of the year was this cinnamon root, which I still love. It has that sort of big leaf, banana leaf, cana leaf foliage, but last year was up to here. This year, I think I gotta find a different place for it, because I've seen it in the neighbor's yards over there with like, where I got it from the neighbor. Theirs is like taller than me, so I gotta rethink that. I am liking how things are developing. I mean, space is still very much a very calm place to meditate, relax. I don't really have any new plants except for one plant to talk to you about, but unfortunately it's hidden back here. And that's okay, I like getting back in the weeds. But we had a gift from a neighbor, well actually from the Carter Rivera oyster cult, of this plant here called Fuki, which grows up to have this nice umbrella shape, and it's tall and it's perfect in shady woodlands, wet gardens, and it's hidden back here. But I wanted to show you that's where we planted their contribution. What happened though, I have to warn of the mystery of the Carter Rivera cult, oyster cult, is that, sorry spiders, I don't know how they did this, but in a pot that we had planted with this palm a year ago, all of a sudden this Fuki popped up all of its own out of the potting soil we put in here. So I'm not sure how that happened, but look at these big leaves. These are amazing. And if you let them go, they'll kind of inhabit a big area. They can be kind of a thug, but I kind of like some plants that are kind of thuggish. Which brings me to this guy. I don't know if he's much of a thug, but he's going to grow about 20 feet tall, and he's going to spread over like a 10-foot diameter. And this is a rice plant, Tetrapanix. And we're just growing it in this little pot, this blue pot here for this season. But where it might go, we're not sure. We're thinking maybe over there. We're not sure. But this is one of those areas of destruction that we're still contemplating. And you can see that the chicken coop is kind of down. We got a debris field. We have to replace a fence. All this in time. The soil over here is horrible though. So it needs to be improved. We're going to be taking some of the material that dies from under these trees and burning up here a little bit. And you can see I've kind of done that back there. But that's not the part I really want to show you today. The part I want to show you today is Enchanted April. And we decided to plant another gunner right here. We're not so sure if that's the final place it's going to be, but we'll see. But this is what we did. We tried to create a dry garden. That kind of resembles the movie, or has the feeling of Enchanted April, which is Michelle's favorite movie. If you don't know Michelle, she's my wife, and a very talented and intelligent person, flamenco dancer. And we're doing everything on a budget. So all this concrete came from our old sidewalk that we tore up, and we like the sort of old materials, something that makes it seem like it's been here forever. I think it's coming along so far really well. The big expense that we really did this year, we did not buy a lot of plants. A lot of things were just work or transplanting things. But these agaves, about 35 bucks at Home Depot, and we can winter them over if the soil drains enough and we keep it frost protected. So this thing will grow and grow and grow and be a major feature here. But that's kind of the update of the year so far. I hope if you have a space in your backyard that's a disaster, the one thing I would say that might help you address it if you've been avoiding it is plant something that you care about there. The next thing you know, you won't be neglecting that area anymore. You'll start to take care of it a little bit. If we did that with all our problems as a society, who knows what would happen. Just plant something you care about in a place where you've been avoiding it. The next thing you know, you will take care of it. And I guess that's all for this year. I still plan on visiting some other people. And I still want to see other people's gardens and show them off. I just got to find some time where camera girl's available because I don't like doing the selfie stick thing. Until next time, adios.